Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to our blind playthrough of Blueprints, day 120. Ooh, I'm excited everyone, about today because we have, I believe we have successfully set ourselves up very well for heading back today into the rough draft, into Blue House. I've started calling it into the rough draft. And yeah, look at that. There's our mailbox. That's one of the many ways that we've set ourselves up for today. 20 extra steps. I'm very happy to see it. 5 keys that came from our 5 tomorrow rooms yesterday. 12 gems that and 317 coins that we saved in the freezer. And let's just take it all the way up to 399 coins. I don't think the coins really matters, but it's very nice. It's very nice. All of the rest of the stuff is even nicer though. And let's check out what Moon Pendant is yet another way that we set ourselves up for today. What? I don't know if I could have been more surprised at any other combination. Oh my goodness, more surprised or delighted. Like, I know Master Key would have been, like maybe even a more top tier sort of thing. It just solves keys for the day, right? Silver Spoon and Sleeping Mask on a day when I'm specifically hoping to build. Oh my god. I feel like the universe is blessing. I feel like the Blueprints universe, the Blueprints galaxy, the Blueprints gods, maybe the ghosts of my family, the ones that might be ghosts, that is, I don't know. There's got to be some ghosts back there. Even if a lot of the family members are secretly alive, or in some other kind of weird state, even if they've turned into black goop that comes from the gods and it powers the architectural magic in the mansion. I don't know. Either way, someone out there, maybe multiple people, I feel like they're blessing me today, and that makes me feel even better. That makes me feel even better about so first off, the hope that I can successfully try my next experiment in Blue House. I know it's not called Blue House. It's so easy to say now that I've started saying it. For some reason, my brain finds it a little smoother to go to than Atelier or Rough Draft. Blue House. We've said the word blue and house a lot in this game. It's simple. So first off, hopefully it gets us there to be able to try it. And maybe we're also being blessed that, because I do feel really good about this one. I must admit, I have a little bit of hope, which might mean, and I've of course considered this because I have to emotionally prepare myself. I have of course considered I may try this and nothing happens. What am I talking about when I say this? You will probably remember from the previous episode, but and from the previous day. What I'm keen to try now after our last time in Blue House. I won't go back over this all in detail, like, because you probably remember, but essentially after trying like the 3 existing color paths, the lantern color paths, and the room revealing to us that we hadn't followed the true path, I'm trying to stick as close as I can to, again, the text, the 2 texts that the game is giving me on this point. What that means for me is I believe I need to find the true path. I believe that will be a blue path, and I believe that means we need to start from the blue lantern. And I have adjusted what I had originally tried in terms of seeing this lantern light, through lantern light in sketches, seeing this text as sequential directions to follow one after the other, which is what I was originally thinking. I have now changed it to see them as generalized instructions about how to find our way through the maze. And so I have a particular pathway that I now want to try, that I know will take me to the back of the furnace, where I already went accidentally, like following a different sort of theory previously, and there was nothing there. I may find that there is nothing there again, in which case I will try things in the furnace room. And maybe that means bringing burning glass there and trying to light the weirder blue furnace. I don't know. But let's go there and see. And if it doesn't work, as has always been the case, this is more data. It means great. Another avenue I've thought about, I can throw in the bin, I can adjust, and I can push myself to think of some more things. But I was quite excited about this, especially seeing that when I look at this path, that I think might be the blue path, the true path. When I look at it, the design of it feels, something about it feels right. Like, I was actually, especially, it's hard to describe. Maybe future Rebecca will put something up on screen that can show you. I don't know. But either way, hopefully you'll see it soon. But there's just parts of it that feel really clever, that feel kind of nice the way that they're designed. It's not even so much clever, but they feel, there's a bit where you go, like, from a red lantern, and you kind of go, like, woo, through a room. You go past a violet lantern, and you go, like, when I say whoo, what I mean there is, like, you kind of go around a corner, and I don't know, there's just bits of it that feel designed. It feels designed. That's what was exciting about it. It feels designed. Like, other things I tried felt like a grind and felt messy is the word that I was using before. Oh, look at that. Even more keys. Even more key. And brass compass. Thank you. All right, so we're already very keyed up for today, regardless of what else happens. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling so happy about this start we have in life. And here's the other thing that's great. We've got Blessing of the Monk now for 5 more days from today. So if I can't make something happen today, we'll try our best to just experiment and maybe look around and learn things. And if I can't make that work, the great thing is we have, almost a whole nother week where we can potentially just keep getting Blue House here to try more things, if I want to. So I think this is a marvelous start. And we've got a wonderful 60 stars because we managed to get some more stars with experiments yesterday. Dang good. Okay, I do want to tell you one more thing, and this is actually something I worked on before, like, our previous day in Blue House when I was coming back to the game for a while. But I was talking to you, you'll remember, I'm sure, I was talking to you for so long about all my Blue House theories and then some, that I just went, I need to stop. Like, some of you always want to, like, hear, like, my thinking, so I really, that's what I'm here to give to you, so I really wanted to do that. Some of you want to hear kind of regularly, like, what other puzzles I'm working on, so that was a good chance for me to sort of, like, give you some. But there are others that I just kind of cut off. Like, I went, I'm talking too long, let's leave it. So one thing that I want to let you know, this is another thing I'm working on, that I have been working on for, when I say working on, it's something I think is something. That's what I mean. Something I think is something. I haven't really done that much work on it, actually. But just because of all of this, and I'm waving my hands in the air in general, because of all of this stuff, whenever I get the time, I'm sort of just meandering back through all of the notes, literally the letters, the notes, the various texts that we've found in the game. And one of the things I went back to and looked at in more detail after a really long time was the letter that the Baron leaves for us on his tomb, on his grave in Tomb. And when I looked at this again after such a long amount of time, I think it might be telling me something. I think it might actually be telling me to do something, because when I read this way back at the beginning of the game, which is, when I sort of, like, read it in detail and pored over it a little bit, but with a very basic understanding of the game and what was going on at that stage, I was kind of just like, wow, it's more characterization of Herbert, and the main things that stuck with me were like how sad he was to be buried down there, and how much he talked about this tree, and I thought, oh, do we need to find the oak tree? Maybe, maybe still. But those were the sort of things I focused on. This time when I read it at this stage in the game, what caught my attention is basically the bit where he's saying, hey, Simon, although I'm basically telling you I have chosen to chain myself to family bonds and I am asking you to do the same, how about maybe you don't a little bit? And then he says, if you did, I'd be so freaking excited if you did, and, and you would cherish this spot, etc. Here's the weird paragraph for me at this stage, because this sounds like instructions to me. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulture as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. I think he's telling me to do something here. The weird thing is, the main thing I'm thinking from this is that he said, I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot. Well, that's exactly what I can do, of course. I can put a shrine on exactly that spot, on the tomb spot, right? So I can do that. And I've already done it many, many times. Not as many as many of you would have liked, but I have done it many times at this stage. And obviously that's not where it ends, So anyway, I'm thinking about this. I'm not sure what it's talking about. It seems like I want you to raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty. To treat this sepulture, and I don't know if is sepulture the right pronunciation, but he means his little grave there, as hallowed ground. Okay, if that's the next part of the instruction, and I don't know if it's a continuation of putting a shrine there, if it's just elaborating on putting a shrine there. But to treat this sepulture as hallowed ground, that I don't know. That I don't know what it means. So I still need to give some time to this, what I'm actually doing bit by bit, again, when I get time, when I'm not working on other puzzles or other games or other things in life. So, sometimes is I'm going to see if I can find any other instances of hallowed ground somewhere else, like there might be a reference to it somewhere. The ideas of sacredness and hallowed, I don't know, have come up occasionally. So maybe this is a connection to make. But other than that, what would it mean to put a shrine there? Because obviously you can't have shrine and tomb at the same time. They're mutually exclusive. I can put a shrine there. If putting a shrine there is indeed what he means, if he literally means shrine, and it just seems right. But I don't know. I may need to rethink this, but it seems like exactly what we can do. We can put a shrine on that exact spot in the outer rooms. If we do that, then what are the things we can do in shrine? Well, we can take things from shrine to have later, and that is blessings, and there's 10 of them. Or the freaking cursed idol. So those might be possibilities, but I don't know. I don't really know what's being asked. I don't know if any of the blessings. I haven't used most of them. Like I've used a berry picker a lot. Yeah, like I don't know. None of them really seem right. I've used berry picker a lot. I've used monk a lot. Both of them relate to room drafting. And I've used, the dancer. Have I used any others but that? It might just be those 3. There might be another one. But either way, most of them I haven't used. I have a list of them and apparently what they're meant to do. Yeah, and then he says, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. I mean, I just feel like maybe he's just telling me to do something that is a grand gesture. But what would be a grand gesture in this game? But it does feel like he's saying, wink, wink, will be effective, not just theatric, effective. So I don't know. Maybe we can get that box open. Because, I was always long suspicious about that box. I've already tried taking Power Hammer there, all kinds of things, especially since we have the note in Nook where Hartley has written that Herbert took many secrets to his grave. I have always taken that literally. So I'm kind of excited that this might be the way to do something there. Maybe get it open, maybe see his skeleton. Maybe, probably not. Probably something else. I don't know. But that's just something I'm interested in. So I wanted to let you know that's a thing I'm thinking about. All right, let's get on with the day. The main things we're trying to do is just get up steps. And thankfully, we're already pretty good for steps. And I know that, it actually, most of the time, doesn't actually... If you're not going in and out of rooms in Rough Draft/Blue House, it doesn't actually use a lot of steps. However, I don't want to run out if I'm onto something. And I want to feel free when I'm over there. I don't want to be worried about the steps because it's going to limit what I try. It's going to limit what I do. So let's do it. And I kind of think anything else is a bonus. I'm just literally turning to where I have my little daily notes. Yeah, I don't really have anything in particular written down. It was all about setting up yesterday for today, which we've done marvelously. Marvelously. Wow. It's an interesting chance to get dining room straight away. Let's do it. And again, we're starting off with a good amount of gems and a good amount of keys, so it's a nice position to be in. Joya, maybe I'll bring you over to the mental blank Blue House Rough Draft. Obviously, I would really like to get some redraws, and I'd really like to get Observatory just in case. I am not keen to use my stars, but to have as a backup. I'm so sure that the way it works is that Secret Passage is going to be available to us in the first draft of the Outer Room, but I just want to be super, super sure. Super, super sure. I think Commissary. Let's just get whatever is on offer for us today. It is because I ordered magnifying glass. Great. Yeah, there's no guarantee it comes the next day. I think. I have so much. Let's just buy everything, Rebecca. Buy. You don't even need to look at what it is. Just buy it all. Buy it all. Unless we're going to find a shop in the Rough Draft that has a very expensive item in it. I can spend this money. Oh. Well. Obviously, I'd really want... Huh. Treasure Trove has actually... Oh my god. I think 3 days in a row I've had Treasure Trove... I've had the scepter with the gold power. And it's worked out for me every time. It gets me what I need. I don't know, if having the blue scepter is a part of making anything in Rough Draft happen, which is why I hesitated slightly, but at the same time, it's very good for getting me all of those steps. I am just thinking though, I don't have key card, which is a consideration, and this does take me back. This would at least... Spare Veranda would at least bring me forward into a new space, which is good, and greater chance of finding items in green rooms, which is good. Break room might give me the key card. I'm actually going to go Spare Veranda because I think not knowing if key card is on the horizon, it might seem a bit weird. I think I need to, just make sure I'm opening up more possibilities because I would hate after all of this preparation to screw this day up. I really don't want to screw it up. I really don't want to. I think we'll go... We definitely need kitchen as well. The great thing is we're starting with Silver Spoon. So that's already there. We're already starting with Sleeping Mask 2, which is on our favour. We could only really hope to get the Salt Shaker somewhere, which would also be nice. So we could go kitchen here. I'm going to go workshop. I'm confident I'm going to see them again. This just gets me a little bit further along, which I like. Okay, so let's go break room here. We might pick up Secret Garden Key, which would be another excellent part of my strategy. Where are you? Aha, oh, that's an interesting place for a key. Yeah, secret garden key would be amazing, and key card would be amazing. Okay, so we're modifying yellow, which there is only one. We're starting with 1/3 of 1. We're going to multiply by 6, which gets us 2. We're then doing, hang on. Oh, we're just, we're subtracting 2 from 2, getting us to 0. We're squaring 0 to 0. 1. Okay. Ignore this, and we're modifying blue, and there's 3 of them. So we're starting with 9, which we square to 81. We invert to 18. We subtract 6 for 12. We add 7 for 19, where we we're squaring. The hell is the square of 19? 361. And then we're inverting to 163. This feels very weird. But let's go ahead. 163. Okay. This doesn't feel right. Okay, anyway, and then we are... What are we doing? 1/3 of 12, so 4, but twice. This is where I'm trying to remember how this works, with a very strange number to begin with. Alright. Plus... So we just say this is plus 8, I think. The third and then the 2. 2/3 essentially. Plus 8 gets me 171. Nah. No, this is crazy town. That gets me 29,241. Inverting gets me 142,000. No, it gets me 14,292. Okay. I didn't feel that wasn't going right. I subtracted here like a fool. This is division. That's where I went wrong. So where were we? We were I can't remember. I have to start again. Subtraction, Rebecca. Okay. It was probably 18. Yeah. No. Look, let's just do it again. So 9 squared, 81. Yeah, 18. That's right. So 18 minus 6 gets us... No, not minus 6, Rebecca. Why? What's brain? Wake up. We've got a good day ahead of us. Subtraction. Purple. I think it's that my brain wants to subtract 6 from 18. It's like attracted to those numbers. No, we're dividing to get 3. From 3, we add 7 to get 10. From 10, we're squaring to 100, and then we're inverting to 1. That is so much better. From here, it's 1 plus 8. And then, so then we have 9, we square 9, 81, and we invert to 18. That makes sense. Two regular keys. Okay, thanks. It's not the best, but maybe next break room. Okay, so we want to we really want to keep trying for secret garden key, because that'll be a huge boon to steps. We have dining room waiting for us, though we either need to get up there or we need to get keycard to be able to get to that rank. I don't know if I want to use the silver key yet. It could be a good spot for it. Okay. Hallway it is. I know I'm passing up treasure trove again, but this is actually Really good exit-wise. Okay, great. Those are our first redraws, which I don't even think we need, but it makes me feel better to have them. Conference room's perfect because that's where we want fruit to appear. Beautiful. And it would be so nice if conference room could have key card. You probably just got key. Okay. Nice try. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe we just go from here? Oh, hello, Mechanarium. You're not much use to me now, so we could actually just put corridor here to kind of get closer to foundation. Or we could do boudoir to get an extra couple of redraws. I'm sort of feeling boudoir, yeah. The redraws, whoop, I'm a little bit richer. The redraws are valuable. The redraws are valuable. Maybe I should go back down at this stage, but I'm feeling a bit nuts. And since this takes a key, let's do silver key here. Okay, these are good options. We've got a good amount of gems. Let's do cloister. Okay. I'm going to turn back at this point. It's nice to know that option is there. That option, I'm not doing that until, because I don't know if that's a locked door. We might want, we might be able to use it for a secret garden key if we get it. We've got dining room waiting for us. That's great. Sorry, what have I missed here? It's usually a couple of coins back there. You're very familiar coins. I've seen you before. Not missing anything out here. Nice. I don't want to like be crazy with actually using the steps on a day where I'm obviously trying to get the steps. Rumpus room. I mean, there's no real reason to use you over corridor except for the nicety of seeing Elzara. There are sometimes items in here though. Let's do it. The conspicuous 8 coins. Elzara, my friend. Yeah? Do you want to make a little bit of money? I would happily give you all 379 of my coins, honestly, man. Honestly. For one more prediction, I would do it. Well, maybe we did end this spot just to get the extra redrafts. Yeah. Sure. Sure. I don't have that many other options right now. We've got steps from the bedroom as well, which is also really good. Am I checking carefully for other items? Not really. Okay, thank you, Elzara. Maybe see you again sometime. Let's go through the rest of the house. Let's go here. You're really gunning for bedroom closet, aren't you? Lab would be good. We might even get some more star experiments today. But break room could get me the secret garden key or the key card. So I think I've actually got to do this. Oh, there we go. Someone left a little bit of change next to the coffee pot. They think they have to pay for their coffee in the staff room. Cool. 1 squared 1 multiplied by 18 divided by 9 2. Oh, look at this. What a little party over here in the corner. So we're starting, let's start with half of 14, 7, minus, no, let's do the addition first, plus 21, Interesting, which gets us 28. And then we ignore this one completely and we do, we subtract 18, which gets us 10. Okay. From 10, we are then doing, we're inverting. So from 10, we are multiplying by 21, which gets us 210, but then we invert, which becomes 12. Okay. Then ignore plus 7, 19, minus 18, 1. And then we're jumping up here for the finale, which is multiplied by 21. Which is 21, and then invert back to 12. Keycard! Oh, so good to see you. Such a relief. Okay, that makes a lot of things easier. Even, it means we can go up to foundation if necessary, but we can also get through security doors. Excellent. Let's see. Den would be ideal here because I want to be able to snake around to use the corner spot. Lovely. Trunk. Trunk. And also any other items? No trunk. Okay, that's fine. Let's go this way. And it's nice that we've got 6 redraws already. Okay, we do want kitchen. But I really need to use this. I want to use this corner. I don't need to. I want to use this corner. So we'll redraw. East Wing Hall is great. Thank you. All right, let's see what we can get here. Let's do this one first. Let's do this one first. Oh, my second East Wing Hall. Nice. Well, it's not a terrible option. I mean, it moves us forward. Yeah, I like that better because it moves us to another square that Den doesn't already move us to. All right, double hallway. Let's see what we got here then. I do need observatory. However, bunk room, while I've got sleeping mask, will give me a bunch of steps. I don't have the exactly 2 hallway thing. I would have if I hadn't just done what I did. But that's fine. I'm not after keys today, I'm after steps. So we'll go bunk room. It's actually a really good spot for it. Yeah, I could redraw, but like it's a good step option. It's a good step option. Oh, did I just get 5? I did not pay attention to how many steps I just had. Oh, well, look, it's more steps at least. It's more. More is good. More is good. Okay, from here. Great. I know you really want to give me bedroom closet, don't you? Maybe for good reason. I'm gonna go parlor here though. I'm thinking like I could even put closet, like maybe if it gets offered to me above entrance hall, that would be a better spot for it. But going back and forth is using more steps than I want to. Let's just do this. All right, are you happy? You satisfied? Thank you for the gem and the key. Let's go up from here. Okay, now we see observatory. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's time. It's time to be observant, and I think it is. I think it is. Good. Inkwell, 5 redraw die, 5 more gems, Good, 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 good. I'm feeling so much more secure with this in my back pocket. Great. We've actually got tons of options. Like, we've got tons of exit options, which is good. Which is really good. This is a... yeah. What would putting foyer here do for me? Not much. None of these are doing a lot for me, really. Just moving me on. So it would be better on this spot to go north. So one of these. Let's go... look, let's go Nook. I don't know. A couple of extra keys. You never know. If you have a big locked door day, all of these count. Yeah, this is the one where... oh, look at that. The magnifying glass makes itself available. Yeah, look at this. I know you've seen this. Sinclair has many more secrets that he will take to his grave. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I reckon he has. I reckon he has. Well, this is not the set of rooms I would have liked here. We do have cloister to still get above this spot, so there's that. Maybe I should do parlor just to get it out of the way, because it's going to be a common... yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we can go north from here from cloister. Okay. Cool. So what have we got? Oh, we're starting to get 2 statements. It's time. The gems are on the table behind you. Lie. The gems are in this box. Not sure. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. The gems are in the blue box. All right, this is starting to get a little bit more interesting here. 100% lie. We know this one is false. I know that's funny because for all of these, I know it's the second time I'm working it out. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not going to go to the trouble of going back through all of my videos and writing down the answers of all of them. Maybe if I had done that, you know, if I'd had the sense of mind to do that, this would be quicker, but it's fine. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. Could be true. The gems are in the... let's just look at them. The gems are in the blue box. Maybe that's false. If the top one is true, then this one is false. Let's consider that. And this one is false. And this one would have to also be false. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. So this one can't be true because there's no fully true box. So actually, this top statement has to be false. It doesn't make sense either because we need a gem statement, but so this top one has to be false. Every statement claiming where the gems are is false. But the thing is, it can't mean the opposite. It can't mean the opposite, that every statement claiming where the gems are is true. So I feel like this kind of contradicts the like yesterday's parlor boxes. Maybe there's something I misunderstand about them, but that's the way I'm thinking. So top one is false. Bottom one could still be true. The gems are in the blue box. Could be. But this one is false, which has to mean that this one is true. So actually, that's false. This one is true. The gems are in this box. Ooh, yellow gems today. It's a reminder that I still need to draft the treasure trove. Maybe that could go here. No. Well, this... we could still get down to those central spaces through hallway and through entrance hall. So we could go lab here, get an experiment, pop back into cloister. That's not terrible. We've joined the house up a bit. We've got an apple waiting for us. Cool. Oh, we can do stars again. That's so good. Yep. Let's do it. We're barreling forward with stars. Ooh. Oh no, this sucks. No, I can't do this today. No. I would have liked this yesterday. I could have handled it then. I can't handle it today. No, I can't handle it today. Not unless we come back at the end of the day. Like, I can't have this experiment going and stopping me from looking at the map while I'm in Blue House. No, I can't handle it. It's no. And I just ate an apple. Blast. I wish I hadn't picked that apple up. Maybe we leave it and try to... If our whole goal today is to build up a load of steps, we may have so many steps that this could work out. I'm actually going to step away from this. I'm going to write myself a note. To potentially come back here at the end of the day and gain myself maybe 10 stars. All right. Like, we're doing all right, but I do need to see some of those rooms I said no to again. Hello? Oh, it's the wrong one because it's where I first came into the cloister. There we go. It's funny that turned into a hand for a little second there. It doesn't. I feel like it doesn't usually do that. Coins. I'm not worried about the jackhammer today, to be honest. Rock. We could be getting stars from this right now if I'd chosen the digging one. Oh well. It may turn out to be a big gain. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Let's do this one. Well, kitchen is perfect, actually. Kitchen is perfect. It would be really good if kitchen could provide the salt shaker. It provides a key, though. Okay, this is all really good. So chef salad, let's take note of how many green rooms we have. I could, and wood-fired peat, wood-fired peat, no, it needs the furnace, which is a bit of a pain. Okay, we'll keep that in mind though. It might be something we go with. I've missed out on turning this on lately. Alright, it would be really good to get the salt shaker, just that would be a nice bonus. Otherwise we've got all of that waiting for us. It's fine. Vestibule, I guess. It just gives us more options. Okay, interesting to have vestibule, and this is sort of where I might be heading maybe later in the other blue house. Aquarium? Yes. Obviously master bedroom. Compelling. One step for each room in your house. It would just mean I'm missing out on the 2 spaces below. It's an interesting trade-off, because there are 2 spaces that could be good for secret garden as well. And there are 2 spaces that might provide me with the secret garden key as the other thing. But it's a really good option otherwise. I'm gonna risk that I might be able to get it elsewhere. Okay, key, there's probably, oh no, that was it. Dig spot. I really would have liked to see turnips today. Is this even locked? It is locked. That could be a secret garden's key spot. Let's try up here then. Also locked, okay. Well, let's do this then. So no chance of getting the red crown from this. But it would take me forward. I don't know, it's not really that exciting. Maybe let's just try a redraw. Maybe that wasn't a good idea. Music room might give me the secret garden key then, and we're only sacrificing one spot for that possibility. I'm gonna do it. Silver key's still good though. Silver key's still good. Okay. Thank you. Okay, that's that for here then. Maybe I should have taken master bedroom. Oh well. Oh well. Let's go forward. Attic could be... Yeah, attic could be good. Attic could be good. There we go. We can use dining room now, which is excellent. Lucky poise. What is the trunk gonna have for me? I actually should have looked around. It might have the sled... Silly me. I had the sledgehammer is right there. Oh well, it's alright. I got tons of keys and I've got lockpick kit now and everything. You fool. You fool. In such a rush. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means... No! I just locked myself out of that spot. Oh well, it's fine. It is fine. Gems. Okay, thank you. No secret garden key. I don't know if we've ever had the secret garden key in here. Okay. Vestibule. Let's go from here. Oh, servants' quarters. I needed you the other day when I was wasting the rest of my day. None of this is good. Really. None of this is good. Do I want to do a redraw? Maybe let's just do one. Okay, what could Solarium potentially give me? I don't know. Well, it's another green room, which is more... Items are more likely in green rooms, and it's another green room that gets me more steps from the salad. And I guess we might see some rarer rooms now. Okay. We could make our lucky purse. The actual power of Lucky Rabbit's Foot is greater chance of finding items. So, well, that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Well, maybe in the interest of steps, just trying to be more efficient, let's in fact go up from aquarium. I really wish Treasure Trove would show up. I'm so sorry I didn't take you when I had the silver key here could at least help us to go. This is tricky. Let's just use a regular key. A lot of dead ends. It could even be here in walk-in closet, but I might not be able to get through. Obviously planetarium just has many, like there's a prism key in there waiting for me. I wish I wasn't getting planetarium from aquarium, because now I know the power of aquarium plus prism key is basically like getting secret passage. And I could pick, yeah. I could pick what I want to get. I might not have as magical a step day as I had the previous 2 days, actually, I think. The previous 3 days. Let's see. Walk-in closet could give me... but I'm potentially completely closing myself off from everything up there. I might redraw. Courtyard it is, and that's another green room, and aquarium counts as a green room, so we've got 5 green rooms, meaning at least we can get the max steps from the chef salad now. I would love turnips. Great, thank you. Let's open the chest actually in case it has salt shaker in it. Money. Money and... oh, more money. Okay, and more money. Game, I'm good. I swear, I'm so rich. I'm so rich. I'm a little rich boy. I'm a rich teen, actually. I don't need this. I don't need the more money. But this is the problem, right? Like, money attracts money. I need other things that are, you know, that are more meaningful. Okay, now we can redraw here a bunch, so let's see. Let's see if we could get... yes! Okay, treasure trove is perfect. I like that it's giving me library because that makes me think I could probably get study from here. Which... alright, let me just have a think. What would I do with study? What am I hoping for? I was hoping for treasure trove. I have dining room. I have the silver spoon already, so showroom is only a nice bonus. I have kitchen. I have conference room. What I'm really after is the secret garden key more than anything. And how could I use study to engineer the secret garden key for myself? Like, I've already tried a few things. More... how many break rooms have I used? 2, right? Yeah, I've used 2 break rooms. That might be all my break rooms. I'm not sure. I am not sure how many break rooms I've put into the pool. They're all welcome, honestly. I feel like let's just go treasure trove. The thing I don't have is locksmith, which might give me the secret garden key. So weirdly, okay, a black water, or otherwise some people interpret this as fire, which never occurred to me. Could very well be it. To me this is a black water box. Yeah, maybe if I do, again, the gold scepter to try to get myself locksmith, that could have it. That could have it. Here we are. So I think this is our 46th. Our 46th treasure trove trunk. Black water. A blue note. You have seen all the memos that appear in this room. I hope this is wrong. It is a blue note. Oh. No. Am I at the end? No. It's not what I wanted to hear. That appear in this room. Oh my god. Do I have anything about like black trunks with blue notes being false? Oh, I gotta go back to my other treasure trove notes. I would love for this to be false. I'm afraid it might be true. Yeah, white boxes with green memos are lies. Pink with sun are true. All sun boxes are true. Green and blue boxes are true. Black with blue? Where are some other black boxes with blue notes that aren't sun? that I've had. Black, black, black. One black with a moon was a lie. You know what? I haven't had that many black boxes. Black with a moon had a red note. Black with a moon had a red note. Black with a moon had a blue note. And I've written here that it was true. Yeah, and it was true. Oh my god, I think that means this is true. No! I enjoyed this so much. I was hoping for more. I wonder what happens if I get treasure trove again. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go for locksmith. I'm just stewing on this now. Oh no, I love my treasure trove memos. No! I don't want that to be true. I hope somehow that's not true. Hang on. I've got a silver key. I do not want to use it because I would like to get locksmith here if I can. I should have used lockpick kit. That was silly. All right. Look, gallery's all well and good, but over, you know, I don't know. Damn it. You know, this could give me some more steps. This could give me secret garden key. Maybe it's not worth using my last redraw. Let's walk in closet here instead. Okay, I'm very happy to see cupcake. Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, cupcake has at least made me feel better from from this. Oh man. Man, I don't want that. It's not what I want, game. Game, don't you understand I want you to go on forever? I tell you what, I'm really hoping, I'm literally like hoping like every day that I hear there is a Blueprints DLC coming. That would make my lifetime. That would make my lifetime. Okay, what's our... We go down to conference room. There's conference room, hallway, and entrance hall, or foundation. So, yeah, we might as well buy up the kitchen so we don't have to pass through here again. Coupon book's helping out. Good on you, coupon book. Thanks. Max steps. Look at that. 50. All right, but this is very good. We can't say today has been any kind of failure stepwise, because look at this. You know, maybe it's fine. Maybe this is going to be more than when I say maybe. Of course, this is going to be fine. How much walking am I going to do? Well, here's the thing. I don't know what we're potentially going to get in the blue house in the rough draft, but like, what if, you know, where are we going in this game? Way back, you know, at let's say beginning to middle of the game, when I was sort of starting to learn about things, her mother, you know, like thinking that she was in Iraja maybe, which, you know, maybe she is. I don't know. Maybe she's in prison. Maybe she's died. I don't know. Maybe the whole thing is that we get an answer about where our mother is, because to me that's what the whole game has been about on behalf of Simon. You know, when Simon steps in here, and particularly, like the moment I always go back to in my mind is when Simon walked into the security room for the first time and looked at the machine's recording. I went, he's here for another reason. You know, like either he's worried about people looking at him or he's here for another reason. We then basically find out, you know, he's a little boy looking for his mother. Oh, hello, locksmith. Really? Is it even, it's probably doesn't even matter. Damn it, I wish I had done this from hallway, actually, now. Yeah, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to put West Wing Hall here. I'm actually going to go... Like, now I've got a huge amount of steps. I'm feeling a lot bolder. This is... If it doesn't work out with Secret Garden, this is fine. This is more than fine. This is more than fine. So, oh, but none of these go down. Well, that also works. This is a little bit too late to mean anything, and I don't think I need any extra gems anyway. What am I even trying to do here? What am I even trying to do here? Let's keep our single redraw. Let's just put this here for fun. Like, there we go. Feels sort of auspicious to see this. Sheep. No other items? Nothing. Okay. Nothing for us. Yeah, like, and what is let's say that what we ultimately get, if we get an answer, I could fully imagine we don't get an answer about our mother in this game. Like that kind of bittersweet sort of always wondering sort of moment. Let's just draft up. Let's draft up. Nothing I'm doing is particularly smart or thoughtful right now. Showroom. Showroom. I'm happy with that. Yep, I'm happy with showroom. Thank you. We'll get some more goodies. Moon pendant. I could even imagine if there is some important item that you need in the rough draft, I could imagine it actually being moon pendant, because I've always thought so many of the items have a main purpose and have another thing that they do, another secret thing that they do, right? The moon pendant is what there are two things we see our Baroness wearing: moon pendant and emerald bracelet. I think on the face of it, that's just to show, you know, that she used to be kind of the master of the house and obviously a grand architect. But it might also mean that those two items are important. Cool. Moon pendant is always useful. Let's buy master key, because it does say it's the freaking estate master key. And I have always suspected this will open something that is not in the house, and I don't know what that is, but now we have a whole other house it could be important in. I'm just gonna get everything. Why not? I've bought like everything in the house, and I still have nearly I've nearly got 450 coins to my name. I am using up the potential for secret garden. I don't really need it. I have so many steps, but hang on, what keys have I got? Silver key. Silver key this could be a spot to use silver key. Yep. Why not? Pool might have secret garden key in a trunk. Yep. I'm a big fan of these trunks. These are two of my best purchases in the game. It's made this such a more useful room. Oh look, I might actually make it 450. No, not quite. Yes, yeah, so close. So close. Okay. It would just be ideal here to connect. Oh, come on. You can't connect me up to foundation. Well, now you can. There we go. Yep. Alright, let's do it. Item. Oh, security door. Cool. So with this amount of steps as well, and I would like still to get secret garden, but I think it's probably unlikely at this stage. With this amount of steps, it means we may well be able to finish the day with like getting like the maximum amount of stars from the experiment as well, if it comes to that. So that's actually pretty cool. Okay. We've got a space here. This could be, yes! This is the magic space. It's constantly delivering for me what I want. The space south of the antechamber that has the house painting. It is the lucky space. It's the lucky space. Let's see if we could, and there's only one chance that we can draft Secret Garden on that spot, and that's only if that is a locked door above pool. So it's a small hope, and it doesn't actually matter. It doesn't actually matter, it's fine. Prism key. Okay, thanks. Okay, the rest is fine. The rest is fine. I'm kind of just thinking about like getting myself into antechamber to have the crown when I go in there, because the crown of the blueprints might be important, might be a cool item to have. It's all just playing around. It's all just playing around, really. I can't use prism key anyway. I feel like I just might as well use the redraw to get. Well, Dovecote will get us in there. I was hoping to be able to reach the corner to redraw there as well. Dovecote won't even get us in there. That's right, Dovecote won't even get us in there because the door isn't open because we haven't had Secret Garden key. That's the thing. That's the thing. I've become so addicted and reliant on Secret Garden. What was my previous choice? Because I could rewind. Let's just put Dovecote here. Let's dig these spots. How do you doves enjoy being near the mysterious antechamber? 2 rocks. This is where the pigeons keep their rocks. Okay, well, I tried. I tried so hard that I got a huge amount of steps, which was the main goal. But I just didn't get Secret Garden key. We can still draft from pool, and we can still draft from entrance hall. I'm just kind of like... Yeah, like let's just go down and maybe leave it there. Maybe even leave those spots as a last attempt of the day thing. If we need, yeah, I don't know if we need more steps. Okay. As things are, it's not worth wasting the steps to open the north lever, you know. We'll see how things go later on. Let's go to the main event. But look at this, 210 steps. That is far more than I was hoping for. So many things, aside from the you know, the lack of Secret Garden and all of its, you know, fruit bounty. I could just let's just pop in and do it. It's right here, it's right here, it's right. Yeah, we've still ended up with a truly, truly marvelous amount of steps and items. Very, very good items. Oh, you're giving it, I think the game has gone, oh, you like tomorrow rooms. Oh, you went crazy for tomorrow rooms yesterday. Would you like more? And yeah, I would. Yeah, I would, honestly. Maybe, so what will planetarium get me? Dig spot, apple. Apple is more steps. Trunk, prism key. I can't even remember what else. Sauna is good. Oh, I'm gonna do planetarium. I love planetarium. Oh yeah, and redraw die. That's right. I love planetarium. Still a little bit obsessed with this little gap here. Old shoe. It's not been a good day for digging, but it would have been a fabulous day for a dig spot. Even this slightly drives me nuts. All right, let's look up at the planets for luck. Okay. Let's head on over. Main mission, Mount Holly. Wish us luck. Wish us luck. I have ruined most of my redraw die, but it's fine. For such an important mission, I'm sure we won't need it. I'm sure we won't even need the one, but I would absolutely use stars to get the secret passage here. But it's there, so we don't need it. It's all good. Secret passage, please. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, I'm getting a wave of nerves over me again. Thankfully. Even the possibility that, like, oh, maybe the book's not there. Oh, maybe the blue door doesn't open. Even though it has, and I know it will, there's a part of me that's just afraid. Oh, there's bedroom. Mysterious bedroom. Why are you a different color? Why are you a different color? Because you're the Baroness's bedroom. You matter. You're important. Okay. All right. See, I don't know if, like, if you pause the video there, you can see it. You can see that the bedroom is has distinctly different line work than all of the others. All right, so let me pull up my notes on this pathway that I want to try, and let's go straight to it. I'm slightly afraid that I might, and I should have thought about this. I'm slightly afraid that, like, let's say something does happen. Maybe it needs me, maybe I will turn out to then need something from the house that I don't have, and I'll be like, oh, I need to do some drafting. And I haven't allowed for much. There's only these two spots here, you know? All right, but let's try this. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're starting here, and we're going through this room, which gets us to this red. At red, we turn left. So we go here to orange. At orange, we turn right. Through gallery. What have we got? Orange. We turn right. Orange. We turn right. We go through the room. We get to red. We turn left. We get to red. We turn left. See, it all successfully leads us on a little, well, I don't want to call it a Merry Goose Chase. Hang on, I'm just double checking that this is what I planned on though. Blue through red. Yep, through there. Turn left up, turn left. Ah, that's right. Through the purple, this is all correct, but through the room still. It's so much harder to see when I'm here doing it in 3D, but on my map, because of the way I've blocked out the rooms, like the walls of the room and the access points of the room, it makes so much sense, because on my map they're kind of curves, so it naturally brings you around the curve. When I'm here, you meet an actual harsh wall, and it's a little bit, I'm sort of like, it hasn't worked. We turn right at the Hue of Wisdom. We turn right at the Hue of Wisdom. We go through the purple. We turn left at the red. We go through, through, and we arrive. Get out of here! Oh, sneaky! Sneaky! It worked! I'm so pleased, because I was happy with this idea when I came up with it. Yesterday this was a blank wall. It's the blue, so we're not even going to vestibule. I thought we might get a key here or something. Oh my god, hang on, just let me drink this moment in. What is going to be beyond this door? What if we just go in this door and we're at the back of the furnace? Oh my god, that would be so funny. I would give this game 10 points just for how funny that would be. And maybe that's it. You get to the back of the furnace and the credits roll. Oh my god, what a moment. Hang on, just let me do a slow little turn. I actually don't want to run around because, like, what if I ruin it by going too close to another lantern? I'm just going to do a slow turn of victory The blue, the true path. The true path. And I've still got 186 steps and 61 stars and all of these items. What are you going to have for me, door? Let's just take a moment. Listen to this sustained tone here. And let's click. It is a blue room 46. That's what I said. Of course, because everything here is equivalent. The clocks are at sacred hour. The busts are all gone. There's a note. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on. I just want to look. There's a Morajai box. Yay. Because I haven't had enough of the Morajai boxes. No, I love them. I love them. The other, so there's nothing at the windows. The clock has no clock on it. The fireplace has no sigils on it. Everything else, as far as I can see, looks the same. Okay, why does it look like the cuckoos are coming from another dimension? Wow, maybe it's the cuckoos all along. What's this? What's this? It's a blue will! A blue will! It's the Baroness's will. Oh my god. So that's kind of what I was like sort of expecting in a way. I mean, I don't know, I was expecting 100 things, but like one thing, if I thought like, what if there is the blue equivalent of what's beyond room 46 in this house, and the other one is Herbert's office, and maybe this is Baroness's office. I, Orivay of Mount Holly, architect, mother, and reluctant Baroness, being weak of body, but of perfect mind and memory, thanks be to Orinda. Do make and ordain this document my last will and testament. As I commit my final wishes to paper, may it be done so in the tapestry and colour of my life's work. Beautiful. Beautifully said. May it be written under the tree of creativity and in the shade of truth. Shade of truth. You know, I guess instead of meaning shade as in shaded from light, it means the color of truth. Yeah. That has sheltered my loved ones from the villainy of country and countrymen. It's funny that she says the tree of creativity. Family tree? Or simply, you know, something that grows and branches out, you know, just a metaphor, or an actual tree. Okay. Sheltered my loved ones. In that same spirit of defiance, I hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore printed on common, hueless parchment. Ooh, she loves blue so much. She loves it. So do I. So do I, Baroness. My god, I'm so happy to be connecting with you on all of these levels. I've waited the whole game to meet you. And here I am, probably close to the end of your life. I first, being somewhat I'm just actually looking at how many pages there are here. I am very happy to see that many pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm very happy to see that number of pages. I first, being somewhat religious, give my soul to Raina. Oh. How interesting. Give my soul to Raina, my ashes to Vea, because Vea likes ash, and my remainder to man, as will be detailed in the pages and clauses that follow this foolishly superstitious passage. So she's sort of berating herself a little bit, but she is a bit a bit superstitious. As, you know, as is common and common sense as you know, start to consider your mortality. My soul to Rhina. That's interesting. Ashes to Vaya makes perfect sense. In this, hang on. We should do this one by one. Just to check. She's the tricky puzzle master, of course. The mother of puzzles. And I have regretted not looking at certain parts of the will with the magnifying glass in the past, even though it didn't turn out to be anything. And in fact, I still don't really know what that means. Hang on, can I just say, speaking of not knowing what things mean, here I am. I have solved the freaking True Path puzzle. I still don't know what it means in a hidden hue when she says 3 colors to count, a sum of 18. I'm sorry to go on a little tangent here, but like, that's still a mystery to me. It's not, I've tried numeric core, and God knows maybe I'm wrong, but like, I've tried numeric core with a lot of different color names, including red, and it can't be done as far as I could see. It doesn't work. Orange and violet are way too complex. I haven't bothered. I'm going to be honest, I haven't bothered. There's too many possibilities there, and if red didn't work, I'm not going to bother with the other two. It's not counting the letters in red, violet, and orange. That doesn't work. It's not counting the lanterns in terms of the lanterns you use in the path or the lanterns you don't use in the path. None of that sums to 18 or equals 18 individually. I even thought, the one other thing I thought recently is, could it be, like, what else could we be counting? And I thought, could it be the number of steps that you use to do these paths summed together? Which I thought was an interesting idea. However, as far as I can tell, taking the red path uses 3 steps, the orange path uses 5 steps, the violet path uses 6 steps, I think, unless I've calculated wrong, which isn't enough. But then even if you add, let's say, 3 steps from stepping each time into antechamber, you're still 1 short of 18. So maybe it's like maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's I think it's an interesting theory. I don't think it worked out, but maybe it's just that I've miscalculated. I don't know what that 18 is yet. Please don't tell me yet. We're still totally blind. Don't give me any information. You know, I'm still here figuring stuff. I got 5 pages of will here to look at. Like, I'm still happily looking at stuff by myself at this stage. The time will come, and I suspect coming up, you know, especially if we're at the end of, you know, we're at the end of like the treasure trove memos. Maybe we're at the end of blue notes, unless something else occurs to me, where, you know, like, it might be that the end of the game, at the end of my sort of steam with the game, kind of, you know, like, reaches a sort of an apparent end. Here I am considering my own end while looking at the Baroness considering her own end in this will. Anyway, look, it's on my mind, but we're not there yet, okay? And I promise you all, the time will come. I will make a choice that I am happy to open up to some curated hints for anything else. I'm going to think about when I'm happy to do that. It's on my mind more and more, obviously. However, not right now. Not right now, everybody. Please let me continue to splash about in the water a bit more. And then, you know, bit by bit, you guys can, as long as you're sort of following, you know, like the strict rules that I kind of put out about that, you can start to tell me things, and I will be very happy to hear them. But for now, I'm splashing about in the water some more. In the second order, should my husband, Baron Thomas Sinclair, survive me, I grant to him his choice of sentimental keepsake he may wish to retain in remembrance of me. Just one? For being your husband? As our union was never founded on material dependency, I make no provision for his future, nor for my eldest son, Herbert S. Sinclair, as he will, in due course, inherit his father's titles, enterprises, and fortune. Right. However, hang on, really? However, the estate of Mount Holly, its many floor plans and storied secrets are mine and mine alone to grant, and I have neither pledged nor suggested it will be granted to either of my children. Whoa. What is going on here? This is a little bit wild to read. Why is she singling out Herbert and not Simon? Alright, we shall find out, I guess. Further details concerning its disposition to follow. I do, in the third order, bestow upon my youngest son Simon my library, including its books, manuscripts, and musings. Okay. Kind of makes sense because Simon specifically went through these things and puzzled the cryptograph. For I have long believed that Simon, much like myself, finds greater delight in the realm of imagination than in the mundane realities of everyday life. Really? What about Herbert? I hope he cherishes these books, for within their pages lie doorways to endless worlds of wonder and knowledge. Well, like, totally, I get it. Like, Simon certainly seems to have been, let's say, the more political, the more, what little we sort of know about him. He's more political. He loved and married Clara, who is a very poetic person. He's the father of Mary, who is a very creative person. Both creative and political. So 100% I have no trouble believing that that is true. Like she values, RFA values creativity. She sees that in Simon. It makes her happy. It's just like, surely, even if Herbert is a less creative person relatively in maybe some specific realms of creativity, surely he's still a very creative person. And like puzzle wise, he seems playful. I would say he very much comes across to me as creative in a different way. Anyway, this is very interesting. Totally unexpected. Okay, second order, third order, fourth order. In the fourth order, oh wait. Gotta do it. I don't think there'll be anything, like so many times we use the magnifying glass, but I would be crazy not to have a look. Okay, it's not hugely systematic, but in the fourth order, one that I suspect will intrigue those I leave behind far more than the previous provisions. I hereby bequeath the entirety of my aforementioned estate, Mount Holly, to the individual that discovers the hidden room that contains the blue pages of this document, hence styled the Blue Testament of Orave. Okay. It is my firm belief that the challenge of uncovering this secret far outweighs any other measures of worthiness. Sure, like, here I am and I believe it. Absolutely. And thus, I entrust my beloved home to that deserving successor, without regard to the years that may pass or their familiar connection to my descendants, who may have incidentally assumed possession of the estate in the interim. Are you saying, like, is this implying that that's what Herbert did? Herbert, because nobody found... I mean, I don't know, actually. I don't know if anybody else found this before me. I don't know if Mary found this. I don't know if Simon found this. Herbert implied that Simon didn't find this before he died, but I don't know if Herbert really knows or not. Let's say it's true, though. Let's say Simon didn't find it. And is the Baroness... was her intention to give Simon a head start? With giving him, you know, all of these documents? That's really giving the cryptograph to Simon and not to Herbert, as far as Herbert's story implies. It seems really unfair, Baroness, I have to say. I'm feeling I'm very happy for Simon, and I'm just feeling a bit defensive of our poor granduncle who has given me so much. In the event that any of my relations or future kin are living on the estate when this worthy successor locates the Blue Testament, measures shall be taken to ensure their continued residence without fear of eviction or forced removal. Okay. The estate, being of generous size, is more than capable of accommodating multiple parties without inconvenience. I mean, so true. So true. You could have a lot of people live here, though you're going to need some more bathrooms, I dare say. It is with the understanding, however, that preparations for eventual relocation should be made, such as leniency will not be, leniency will not be afforded to subsequent generations. Okay, the estate being of generous size is more than capable of accommodating multiple parties is with the understanding that preparations for eventual relocation should be made. I mean, this is so vague. What is eventual? Death? You know, living out your life and dying there? That's sort of eventual relocation, isn't it? I do hereby constitute and appoint my colleague and fellow practitioner of architecture. What? This is a whole new name. Oh my god. Quarteress Alesius Erin of Trinsdale. Who are you? The exclusive charge and office of executrix of this instrument. If ever the 46th room of my Mount Holly is discovered, and the Blue Testament of Orave be delivered unto her hands, or unto any of her descendants, I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion. Can I just say, she is asking a lot of future generations. I hope she's truly organized this, because honestly, like, these people will be born not even knowing that you've asked them to do this. I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion to override and render. I'm just thinking, lawyers would say, no, you can't do this. I do ordain that they shall bear sole dominion and discretion to override and render null any and all prior arrangements heretofore made in my stead or in the name of my seed. I trust in her and in the generations that follow her to fulfill this role faithfully in steadfast adherence to the wishes laid out in the foregoing pages of this document. Okay. Oh, hang on. I don't want to look at that yet. This is a lot. This is kind of wild. This is kind of unexpected. Lastly, I leave a message to my worthy successor, you who have reached this final room, you who unearthed these pages hidden amidst the blueprints, buried beneath cryptic words and the prophecies of the past, you who have spent countless days wandering the chambers and passageways of your own curiosity, scouring for clues, hoping for answers, striving for that which you knew might forever elude you. I have been, Baroness. It's really nice and touching that you recognize that. To you, for whom satisfaction is a fleeting companion. I don't think it is for me. I hold on to my... I don't know. No, I see what you mean. You mean I want more. Yes. To you, who stands now at the end of your journey, triumphant, exhausted, and justly proud, to you I grant that which in life I have given to no other, my esteem. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 16th day of April 1952. Oh, thank you for giving me a date. 1952, eh? Gosh, it's been a while since I've consulted my my calendar here in my notebook. 1952. That's exactly what I thought. That's the year of the In Eclipse Ball. 16th of April, eh? So it's 1 year after the marriage of Clara and Simon. I mean, it might not be a full year, but it's the following year. 1951 they got married. I wonder how old she was at this stage. I was guessing, so we know Herbert was born in 1920. I have guessed, this is a very wide range, I have guessed that the Baroness is probably age 20 or 40 around this time. Maybe, let's just shoot in the middle, 30. So, I don't know, yeah, she could be in her 60s, she could be in her 70s at this stage. Huh. And a few years later, Mary was born. I mean, she's only talking about her health failing. Doesn't mean that she actually died immediately after writing this or anything. Wow. This has so... I'm going to have to do so much thinking about this. Like, I kind of feel like what Herbert said appears to be true. That she did favour Simon. She seems to have lovingly given Simon a lot and kind of coldly not given Herbert all that much. She also didn't even give him his own paragraph. Simon got his own paragraph. Simon gets lumped in with what she's talking about with her husband. I make no provision for his future, nor my eldest son, Herbert of Sinclair, as he will in due course inherit his father's titles, enterprises, and fortune. However, the estate of Mount Holly, its many floor plans and storied secrets... It's so... I'm just going to come back to this one. I keep thinking a lot about this. Storied secrets. I mean, this literally, I'm coming across this for the first time, but I have this idea of secrets in stories comes up a lot because it comes up a lot. One of the big things for me that I'm grappling with at the moment, beyond the other blue door with the parlor puzzle there and the draft blueprints book that we find there, one of the things it says is it was a game full of rooms and the stories that we climb. And I'm sure I've said before that, like, to me this seems like we're talking about, you know, stories in a building going up or down, which either makes me think of something like Clock Tower or Chamber of Mirrors with its weird black coloured arrow, or the thing I imagine, the tower beyond room 46, which, if that's something I haven't found, I don't know. You know, attic, I don't know. Even the fact, I also have another note written here next to this, the fact that the blue throne, it says the floor plan has permanently ascended. And I'm even like, ooh, ascended. Could that be related to the stories? There's some other references as well. So I keep thinking about that. Like, is there more? The other thing is that there is the house in the atelier there's the little sketch of like what looks like a house section that has the 6 lines, you know, that seem to indicate like potentially 3 stories. I don't know. Or 6 words or 6 letters. Either way, it does seem like she favors Simon. Mount Holly is mine and mine alone to grant. And I'm not suggesting it goes to either of my children. However, I did give Simon access to my cryptograph and all of my notes in the hope, wink wink, that he would be the one to find it. And you know, I'm thinking back to the note, like the what is it, the tended rose vine note that we find in the library, where she says, I'm just pulling it up. I think she says, to my dearest son. Dearest? Of the 2, dearest? Where is it? I have so many blue, like very blue photos in this photo folder now from this house. Where did I keep it? Here, okay. My dearest darling son. Now, that could also be a phrase. Just like, my dearest darling son. My other dearest darling son. Doesn't mean that one is dearer than the other, but it could also imply that one is dearer to you than the other. I have long believed that Simon, much like myself, finds greater delight in the realm of imagination than in the mundane realities of everyday life. I hope he cherishes these books, for within their pages lie doorways. See, even this. I'm getting like a bit frustrated on Herbert's behalf, because I just imagine this would have been so painful for him. And I have to say, obviously I'm not expecting other people to agree with this. However, my headcanon, and I'm not even saying headcanon, it is my headcanon, but I honestly believe in the text, what is being implied is that Herbert is a gay man who loved Hartley, and it would explain a lot about his lifestyle in these times. I truly hope that it means that the Baroness is not... Oh my god. And I'm even thinking about the fact that she wrote this the year after Simon got married to Clara. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not imagining that this is true necessarily, but I cannot help thinking, you know, what if the Baroness disapproves fundamentally of something quintessential about Herbert, you know, his identity, and that kind of pushes her a little bit more towards Simon. I don't know. But I just considering it as a possibility, right? The politics of this family. I'm just taking photos of all of these. How interesting. Okay, some of the things that are the most interesting to me, aside from the family lore and everything that we're getting here, some of the things that are the most interesting to me about this are the fact that she says she gives her soul to Raina. Ashes to Veyr and my remainder to men, as will be detailed. Yeah, the remainder to various men, I suppose. In the fourth order, one that I suspect will intrigue those I leave behind far more than the previous provisions. I hereby bequeath the entirety. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, she even anticipates that others will assume possession of the state in the meantime. The quarteress Alesius Erin of Trinsdale. Hidden beneath cryptic words and prophecies of the past. Well, that was something. That was something. The floor is wobbling here. Let's assume that's nothing. Okay, I just had to pause for logistic reasons. You know, I've been recording for a long time, and I want to make sure that nothing's going to happen to a video, you know, file as it gets longer and longer. Sorry to ruin the magic of this moment. Oh my god. This is crazy. I just want to have the Blue Testament of Orove. Wow. What a title. The Blue Testament of Orove. I love that she gives it a title, and she mentions that title several times. When you locate the Blue Testament, and the Blue Testament of Orove be delivered unto her hands. She really has a she really has a love of you know, of the spectacle, which is great, which is awesome. To you I grant that which in life I have given to no other, my esteem. So she hasn't given her esteem to others? Okay, it's Morajai time, baby. Oh my god. Alright. Now, I know for all of you, it was a few episodes back that I was doing like, 45 of these things. For me, it's been much longer because I had such a big break from, you know, the first day in this place. So I don't know if I can remember the lessons of this. I know, Okay, so we need 4 blues, we have 2 blues. I need to create 2 more blues. What can I use here to create blues? Pink goes around in a circle. Green, we need to move the green because the green is useless there. Green is my favorite, I know what to do with green. These will also act as green right now. Look at that. The orange is Kararika, and because this is the way I remember orange, because they talk about, because it's such an odd sort of idea, they talk about Kararika being all about like democratic sort of constitutions, and so it being determined. So it's something like it changes. I've got this written down. It's something like it changes based on what's around it. Where have I written them? Orange conforms to the majority. What's okay, so that might mean that the oranges are the ones that we turn into, yeah, because we don't have white. I know that if we had white and grey, we can use that to turn into blue as well, but I think grey on its own, yeah, so now it just turns into grey. I think I'm going to need that. I might need that. Unless I can use the green. Hang on. If we keep the blue performing like green. No, the problem is I don't have a black to move things around on the, let's call them the ranks, on the ranks. So maybe, let's just try playing around. What I need is to get an orange surrounded by blues. It's got to be a combination of using the green and the pink. That's not a majority, so that's no good. Let's try moving that back. Let's just try doing some shifting. Now, that I can swap, and that will turn blue. Okay, great, great, great. Great, great, great. Is that gonna count? No, it doesn't. I've ruined it. No, hang on. Let's start again. So maybe let's try doing that. I can't remember quite how we got there because I was just playing around. That should count. Okay, so that's 1. Yeah, we're gonna need to move. We might have to do a couple of moves here to make this work. Whoops. I was thinking that the green. Yeah, no. Got it. Okay, shift that around there. That's actually quite quick to do. All right. If we get this in the middle again and shift, let's try shifting that as a green. There we go. Okay, we can make it work on the other side. Now all we need to do is get them in position. These two are great. So we're gonna need to put a bit of oh no, it's perfect. It works actually. It works, of course it does, because it goes around the pink. Yay! Blue. What is this? What is this? Is it just the truth that one boy finds that was suggested to us in the blueprints? I am glad I have the magnifying glass. I am glad that I can at least try, you know, check things out. Well, I don't know if that's simply poetic or if this counts towards something. Is there anything else to see? To notice? We should check carefully just in case. Ah, none of that beautiful light coming through the window. How about you, fireplace? Do you lead to a... Oh, they are here! They are here. But not the blue one. Why? What are you things? Hang on, are they in the same order? They might be. They look roughly in the same order. They look roughly in the same order. Let me take a quick photo here. I can check afterwards and have a think about this. Gotta try. Clicking does nothing. Okay. How about you, Rogue Moon? Fireplace. Nothing in the clock, nothing at the window. Hello? Can we call the Baroness from her grave? Which, by the way, where? Is where? Blue ink, maybe? Is that dial the same? It's just scratches. Okay, it's just scratches. It's probably the same as in the other room, in the other 46. All of the red things turned blue. How ironic. And Mary's bust also missing. Look, maybe I'm the first one to find this. Maybe Mary found it. Maybe Simon found it and Herbert doesn't know. Maybe Clara found it and didn't care. It may be that this is what is being referenced. I'm just going... Wrong notebook. I'm dealing with Jew. It may be that this is, what is being referenced in the Blueprints book. Where is it? It was a game full of rooms and the stories that we climb, about a house full of lies and the truth that one prince finds. And it has a picture of the blueprints looking at, like, the board that has, like, it has, in fact, I've written down 10 red memos and 1 blue. This could be it. It could be a little nod that you found the truth in the house full of lies. The other paths that were lies. Draw, secrets, chair. Let's sit ourselves in the chair. Let's imagine we're the Baroness Orve. Oh, sure hope somebody does come into this room and discover that the real treasure is behind the fireplace. Wow. Well, we sure did find something today. I don't know if there's anything else to try here. I mean, nothing is coming to mind. Nothing is coming to mind except, I suppose, having a bit more of a think about this. Or figuring out where the cuckoos are going. Or coming from. Another little dimension in there. How bizarre. If we leave... God, that looks cool. Hang on, I gotta get a photo of this just for fun. This looks amazing. If we leave and, like, go around the corner, go under another lantern, if we come back, is it gone now? It's still there. Alright, what if we go to vestibule? Probably there's, like, it's just that little room there, no matter what. There's nothing else. No. Huh. How interesting. How interesting. We're number 1. We're number 1. Maybe. Actually, we might be number 2, because maybe Mary came here before us. She's a smart cookie. She's got Simon's creativity and smarts. Well, what if we... Unless... No, there's literally no possibility. There's no possibility in this house to get into the antechamber. Because I could only do it from the left side. I need the secret garden to open the left side. Or... What was the other one? Oh, it's been so long. Because I've never needed it. Like, I know the Great Hall opens the east side. Is it... Is it weight room? Is the other one that opens? I just looked at... We've still got 181 steps. I can get all of those stars still. We can finish off the day with all of those stars. That's amazing. That is amazing. Mechanarium is the alternative west lever. That's why I never ever use it. I don't even think... we probably don't even have enough... Like, even if we were to get Mechanarium, which probably, is impossible, I don't think we have enough, mechanical rooms to, like, get to the lever. Get to the lever! Yeah, we've got pump room, workshop. That's kind of it, right? That's kind of it. Okay, so maybe that's it for today. I don't know what else to do here. I was only thinking of maybe getting to room 46 to see if it is any different from us being in here. What do I do with this? Do I send it to the Quartress Elysius Erin of Trinsdale? Or more likely her children? And I wonder if there are more secrets to be had here. Like, I'm still sort of sus of bedroom. What do I do with the gallery? What do I do with the room message? There are so many. I mean, there are probably other things to find here. This thing. I think a lot about this. Is this a house? Or is it something else? Is it a house with stories? Is it a house with letters? Is it something else? I think we're good with the prism. I didn't go where the path leads. I went where another path leads. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, I should say. I'm extremely happy with that. I don't know if this means anything. It might just be, you know, a description of where we are. Like of the grounds. Yeah, I've got to be honest, the primary color thing still eludes me. Completed in 1913. So she's had a good long few decades with, you know, like from design to potentially leaving it behind. Well, this raises big questions for me, because should I call it a day in Secret Passage once again to have the option of coming back here tomorrow if I want to try something else? I mean, what else would I do? You know, it does seem like the thing to do. I have there are so many options and so many things I will try with the outer path. There's no doubt. I've got many rooms I want to try in the outer room. Many rooms of great interest to me. But I'm just like, yeah, do I want access to this tomorrow? I don't know. All I can think of for now is let's head back in. Let's go and get our stars. And it seems a bit almost a bit anticlimactic, but I think it's very beautiful. That freaking idea I had worked, and we found a blue room 46, and what is it, like the Grand Blue Testament? It's not that. The Grand Blue Testament of Arave, and an extremely interesting family lore, and all kinds of new things. That was amazing. And I think it's saying I send that to that woman, and this whole estate actually is mine, even though it was already promised to me. And I thought it was already mine. But now I guess it's really, really mine. When I inherited, this has got so much new meaning to it now. Hang on, I gotta read this again, given what we've just heard. Dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by that same title. So I really wonder what time that was. We now know that in 1952 the Baroness was still alive and Thomas was still alive. So I guess since he says he was quite a bit older when he inherited the title, maybe that means after Thomas died, which might mean significantly after 1952, might mean shortly after 1952. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive toward. I never had any dreams to realize. It's interesting because that is what Arve says as well in her letter, in her note in the library. I never set my sights on something beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46 to reach. And now that you have reached your goal and are basking in your well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there? Hell no, I was not. Or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? Yeah. There's so much about dreams. It's really interesting. It's almost like Herbert himself, over Navarre, Herbert is Sinclair. Herbert himself says he felt aimless. He felt a lack of conviction for most of his life. He didn't feel validated, which has extra meaning now. Because, and he spent the better part of his youth questioning himself. It's hard to not think that the Baroness had a fair bit to do with that. If we read it in this way, it might be a negative reading, but it is hard for me to escape this reading. I feel like he didn't get the validation he wanted and needed from his mother. And maybe not from his father either. I'm not letting him off the hook. It's just we don't know anything about him. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. He didn't have goals or objectives, and he didn't have dreams to realize. The Baroness herself says she has many plans. She had objectives, or literally plans, but not enough dreams. In a sense, perhaps very similar to Herbert, actually. Perhaps, and maybe I'm going out on a bit of a limb here, but perhaps something that made the Baroness feel uncomfortable about Herbert is that she saw parts of herself she did not like in him as well, sort of lacking in dreams. However, I would say that from what I know about Simon and what he did, it seems to me that he had dreams, because he seems to have been a very similar person that went down a similar path to Mary, striving for something bigger than himself. And will I look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie ahead? I certainly did, within the context of like more, like wanting to go further in this game. I do wonder about Simon as a character, Okay. Anyway, that was interesting. I've got a lot more rumination and reflection to do on all of this. But what I want to do now is go and get myself a huge bunch of stars. So I need to go set up this experiment. Where did I put laboratory? Right in the middle. Okay. So we can go up, observatory, laboratory. Cool. Okay. Now when I do that, I'm going to have more than enough steps still after doing this. So let's just go. because I literally right now don't have an answer for myself about where I want to call it a day. I don't have an answer right now. I don't know if I want to... As far as I could tell, nothing happened from... by the way, I don't think I mentioned this yet. I don't think anything happened from calling it a day. I always think that's an apple. I've already eaten an apple over there. That red thing on the machine. Okay. Yeah, as far as I know, I don't think anything happened from calling it a day in the rough draft yesterday. Maybe we call it a day in the blue room 46. Okay, the next 10 times you view your map, lose 10 steps and gain 1 star. Absolutely, thank you very much. Exit. Okay. 1, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. That's it, right? That's it. We've got our 10. Oh my god, 71 stars. We're so far above any star count that we've had up until now. Maybe we've even triggered... I mean, I think we would probably... Oh, look, let's just go. I've still got 66 steps left. Because we've already got constellations in the sky here, like, I'm sure that we can't see if it's been successful. Yeah. Of course not. Okay. Well... Maybe we'll find out tomorrow. But then again, I could imagine it being like a major number. It could be like 75, a major number. It could be like 80 or 88, a special 8 number. Or it could be like 100 or 150 or any other thing. So I don't know. But either way, I'm very happy. We just gained max amount of stars for the day, barring being able to call it a day in Planetarium, which we could do. I could just choose to do that. I could just choose to do that. We've got the blessing of the monk. Yeah, I don't know. The problem is I don't know what Rebecca tomorrow is going to want. I don't know if I'm going to want to go back in there, but maybe I should open up the possibility. Either way, it is... If we want to just try drafting these last 2 rooms, and I don't even know why, we would have to go up the foundation. There's nothing... What is there to be gained? The only thing I can think of that is to be gained right now is conservatory, and being able to make a permanent room change. And that's not a bad reason to try. Wow. What a day. You know, I don't really mind doing a couple of little drafts while all of this just washes over me. It's kind of nice. It's actually kind of grounding. You know, like I think I mentioned the previous time that we were in the blue house, like, as amazing as it is, there's something that's sort of a little bit disconcerting about it because it's all so new and unfamiliar. But coming back into the house, like the regular house, and just feeling, like hearing the regular sounds and seeing the regular sights, it really kind of sets me straight again. So we would be going around here. What? Oh, I think there was something beeping here before and I didn't pick it up. What? Are you near the pipes? Hang on. Are you in? Ah, you're in here. That's right. Okay. Yeah, prism key wouldn't work. Let's just use a regular key. We have so many, it doesn't matter. Alright, none of these get me forward to the corner room. All I can do is try a redraw. Drawing room. Drawing room does it. Garage would allow me to see what's in the back of the car, which is, what would it be? It would be nothing that's useful in future days, right? There's not going to be a star back there. There's not going to be an allowance token. Sauna, whereas sauna could be useful for tomorrow. Maybe we actually just sauna. It worked very well for us today. Worked very well for us today. All right, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. I'm very happy to be making more use of sauna. Okay, so I don't know where to call it a day, but we have just opened a very, very interesting new room. Maybe we just go and end our day there. The thing is that means that I won't... no, that's a bit silly, isn't it? Because that would mean... it's the choice of, like, do I want to give myself access to this space tomorrow or not? I don't know. Yeah, maybe let's just call it a day in Secret Passage. Then it's an option. Yep, let's do it. I'd kind of love to sleep in this new room, but, you know, there'll be other opportunities in future. We know how to get there now. I wonder if that door stays open now in there, or if I have to travel the path again to get it open. Yeah, this seems like the thing to do. Hello, second version of the same microchip, maybe? I don't want to pick it up to see, as interested as I am, because let's see what Moon Pendant can do for us today. Alright, well, once again, incredible day. Calling it a day here. Incredible really is an extremely underwhelming word for what has happened here today. This has turned so much. Like 120 days into this game. 118 actually. That was amazing. We found a blue version of room 46, which appears to be sort of the original office of the Baroness Orve, who is obsessed with blue. Obsessed. And an amazing puzzle master. And we have learned so much, but including that we really, that we actually didn't, inherit the estate properly. But now we seem, maybe, to be properly inheriting it. Hooray for us! We have learned so much other stuff. But the family lore is so precious to me. The family lore is so interesting because I love learning more about these people. I love learning, and getting these kind of bittersweet looks into their lives and what their motivations are is so precious to me. And that is something I'm so grateful for. Who knows if I'm going to think about are there more puzzles to be found in what we've just seen in that will? But the story is so valuable to me. We're learning more about Mary. I'm thinking about Mary. I'm thinking more about Mary. We're learning more about Simon. We're learning more about the Baron. We're learning more about Herbert. We're learning so much more about the Baroness. I'm so pleased. My head is spinning from all of this. Okay, I have a lot to think about. Guys, I hope this was super satisfying for you. I don't know. Maybe there was something else to do in there and you were all like, no, do the thing. And I've walked away from it. But I'm gonna do a lot of thinking. I'm gonna do a lot of thinking about what's just happened here and a lot of reflection. But thank you so much. Thank you again for coming on this journey with me, this immense immense Blueprints journey. My God. There's like no more words for how this game keeps like enveloping back on itself and imploding out into new, new reaches of the universe. It's incredible. Garden Shopping Center of the Dead, thank you very much. I was so busy thinking about all this, I forgot to recognize you. Thank you. I recognize all of you too. Thank you so much. And I will see you in the next one. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to see you in the next one. This has been crazy. Bye-bye. Take care.